You know what's the most vicious scam in crypto? It's the scam that comes after you've already been scammed. Every fraud is cruel, but this one hits differently because it targets people who are already broken, already down. You've lost your money, you're desperate, and then someone shows up pretending to help, just to take the very last thing you've got. In this video, we're going to expose these so-called recovery agents. We'll break down how they operate, talk to a few of them directly, and show you the exact tricks they use to hook victims. You'll find them everywhere, in Telegram chats, in Twitter comments. They go after both beginners who are just learning to invest and seasoned traders. Each one has a different tactic, but they all use the same tool: social engineering. They know exactly where to press: fear of missing out or the desperate hope of getting your stolen funds back. So today we decided to bait them. We left a tweet saying we lost some crypto, and within an hour the replies were filled with helpful people offering recovery services. Of course, it's no coincidence. They track posts like this with keywords, targeting us and hundreds of other victims. Then comes the pitch: a list of so-called agents who can magically bring back our missing 0.25 BTC. Before we move on to the live conversations with these recovery agents, let's take a look at the masks they usually wear. The most naive and primitive type of scammer is the one who promises to recover your crypto here and now through completely impossible methods. They might call themselves a hacker team, a private agent, or even a specialist company. But the essence is the same. They claim they can hack into someone else's wallet, deploy a smart contract, or even reverse a transaction that has already gone through. All of this is technically impossible and aimed solely at people who don't really understand crypto. But there are other forms too. Some pretend to be the support team of your wallet and write to you by email. Others pose as police officers or even lawyers, offering to freeze and reissue your USDT. A real company or lawyer will never promise, "We'll return everything tomorrow." Asset recovery is a bureaucratic and lengthy process. Even the actual mechanism of freezing and reissuing USDT exists only through Tether itself, requires official requests and supporting documents, and takes months. And what unites all of them? They bury the victim under smart-sounding jargon, but the conversation always ends the same way: pay a fee for a contract, for a transaction, for a reissue. Whatever the excuse, the goal is to take the last money you've got. The first to message us was Belta Recovery Technologia. They started strong, asked for some details, sent us a video, and claimed the scammer's wallet was already hacked. All they needed was our address to return the funds. Then they disappeared, supposedly working on the withdrawal. Sure, we'll wait. While we were waiting, another one jumped into our DMS with a different approach. This guy played the bad cop, demanded to know who we were talking to, insisted we keep him updated, and got angry whenever we didn't reply fast enough. Meanwhile, Belta came back. To complete the recovery, you need to deposit 0.012 Bitcoin. It's a temporary liquidity to unlock your assets. We told him we had no money left and he should take it from the hacked wallet. In return, we got a wall of technical nonsense about a server contract and encrypted state of funds. Translation: just another hook to grab our last coins. We collected as many of his addresses as possible for blacklisting and turned back to the bad cop. We told him the liquidity story and he immediately said, "See, that one's a scammer because he's cheap. Block him, work only with me. But follow the rules, don't talk to anyone else." And of course, his price was different. We had to pay for a full node deployment. Sounds clever, right? But it's the same playbook. Throw in some jargon, demand a fee, promise miracles. When we asked him to explain, he went full absurd theater. We'll create a high-frequency smart contract, miners will activate it, then we'll generate a server, attack the account, and return your funds. My fee only after success. At this point, we decided to stir the pot. I played the scared victim. I told one that the other called him a scammer, and vice versa. The result?
My name is Alice in Texas, thanks to Belta Tech and to the senior staff. Henry?
Bruh.
One swore he'd never betray us. Then both of them came back, insisting we send money, just to one of them. To give you an idea of their level, one asked 1,350 USDT for some magical recovery software. When we asked for a link, he said it was hidden in the darknet. When we asked for a screenshot, he fumbled. So I agreed, said I'd sent the money, and then hit him with a fake 350 USDT clearance fee, and even showed him a diagram of the process. And guess what? He bought it. He was actually Googling our nonsense, trying to understand, not realizing we were just mirroring his own bullshit back at him. And what about the so-called companies from the comments? We tried them too. They came across as more professional, more caring, but in the end, it was the same. Pay a commission to some blockchain. When we asked for legal documents, contracts, or proof of business, they gave us client screenshots and even an AI-generated video testimonial. But no papers, no guarantees. And this isn't just theory or our experiments. In the summer of 2025, a big story came out about a company called Payback. Scam victims were charged tens of thousands of dollars for so-called fraudulent tracing reports and promised their assets would be recovered. In reality, it was just another scam. Victims were even instructed to withdraw funds from exchanges and invest them in funds. The company pretended to be connected to Binance's $4.3 billion AML settlement and claimed to work with regulators. But investigations showed it was all fake. Today, if you Google Payback Recovery, the first page is full of FBI warnings and financial authority alerts calling it out as fraud. It even went so far that their reports mistakenly ended up in official SDNY case files. Why do people fall for this scam? Because these so-called rescuers aren't really selling a service. They're playing with emotions. Every single phrase is a hook that digs into the victim's mind. Phrase, "We'll get every single coin back for you." The victim immediately sees the picture. The money is back, the nightmare is over. And for that picture, they're ready to ignore the absurd. Phrase, "But you must pay the fee right now, or everything will be lost." That sparks panic. If I don't send it now, it's gone forever. Fear kills critical thinking. Only impulse remains. Phrase, "I don't take money up front. I only get paid after recovery. You just need to cover the blockchain fee." The victim thinks, "Wow, this guy is honest. This can't be a scam." But in reality, it's the same trick, just wrapped in a nicer package. How to tell real experts from scammers? The easiest way is to keep a simple checklist of 4 rules. This protects you from emotional decisions when you're at your weakest. Rule 1. A real company has a legal entity. If there's no paperwork, red flag. Rule 2. No one will ever give you a 100% guarantee of recovery, especially at the very start. Real investigations take time, and much depends on how quickly you report the scam. Remember, even a legitimate mechanism like the reissuance of USDT requires official requests, piles of documentation, and takes months. There is indeed a fee, usually 10 to 20%, but it is deducted from the recovered amount, not demanded up front. So if someone asks you to pay the fee in advance, that's 100% a scam. Rule 3, watch for technical nonsense. Magic software, hacker tools from the darknet, or liquidity systems from another universe. Scammers always start simple but end with this kind of jargon. If you don't understand the explanation, don't send money. Real specialists explain in plain language. Rule 4. Real experts charge for investigator work, not fake minor fees. A whole team works on your case. It's always official with a contract. And even if you don't hire them, they'll give you a consultation and next steps. Bottom line, real professionals don't give guarantees, don't ask for upfront deposits, work through a legal entity, and follow a clear process. Report, notify the exchange, file with law enforcement. Everything else, just theater. So the golden rule is simple. Don't pay gas fees. Don't connect your wallet to their dApps. Don't fall for magic recovery tools. If you've been scammed once, don't let them scam you twice.